Welcome back on the AM show. How about we cap off the show talking about the spelling bee? How good are you at spelling? I could actually test you, but we'll do that some other day. Junior Speller is a nationwide spelling bee competition organized by the Born Heroes Foundation. Now in its 5th edition, and due to the positive impact the program continues to have on the lives of participants, we now have over 3,000 spellers on board. Now, thanks to the partnership we have with Joy Prime, the program now reaches every part of Ghana and even beyond. And that is why today we have a conversation with our guests joining us today. Victor Osei Nkansa is here with us. He joins the conversation. We also have Wilson Agbeko. I believe Wilson is not here today, so we'll skip that. But Victor, thank you very much. You are Victor, right?
Yes, please.
Thank you for joining the conversation this morning. And you were?
I'm Piao.
Dorothy.
Ruth.
Ruth. Okay. Ruth, thank you very much for joining the conversation. I'll just want both of you to tell us what exactly you do clearly with the organization, so I'll know moving forward. Victor, what's your role? What's your portfolio?
So I am the founder of Born Heroes Foundation.
Okay.
Yes.
So Victor is the founder, and for you, Ruth?
Secretary.
All right. Thank you very much for joining. Now, I'd like to find out, it's in the 5th installment already. What has it been like over these last 4 editions, now getting into the 5th edition? I followed a bit of it. I've seen how exciting it can get. Charlie, sometimes it's so nerve-wracking. But let's start with you. What has the journey been like?
It's really been interesting and tough.
Interesting and tough. That's
yes.
Quite a combination.
yes. So we this year we started with 3,000 spellers across the country on board. So what we do is most of them went to their schools to have an internal spelling bee. So after the internal spelling bee, then we get the best spellers to move on to the next stage, which is the district contest or the quarterfinal stage. So the quarterfinal stage, we have everything on Joy Prime to the semi-final, and now we are moving to the final, that is the grand finale. So
how many contestants do we usually have? You've spoken about moving through the different stages, but over the years, how has it grown in terms of those who are participating, even from the grassroots level, before you even get to the finals?
Okay, can you?
Yeah. Beginning, the numbers were not as huge as we are seeing now.
I know.
Yeah, initially,
I know very well.
We get to the schools, we have about maybe 20 people coming on board, but now there are some schools we get to have about 100 students registering from the school.
One school?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Since we have it in 2 categories, it means every child in the basic school has the right to participate. If you are within the class 1 to 4, you fall into the first category.
Okay.
And then those from class 5 to JHS 2 can also be part of the seniors category.
Okay.
So we have a number of them registering from the various schools. Then we screen through from the schools, we move to the quarterfinal, the district context. Then from there, we move to the semi-final or the regionals. And then finally, we are in the finale.
Okay, so what is the mode of selection like?
Yeah. So in the school contest, each of them has the right to. So once the forms are in your school, you have the right to pick a form. Then you are given a set of words to study. You study the words. After some time, we come into the school to organize the internal B.
Okay.
So from the internal B, then you have to distinguish yourself by performing better than your colleagues. So from there, you are singled out, and then you become part of the district contest.
So, for example, that school that may present about 100 or have 100 children interested, does that mean you would conduct for all 100 of them?
Sure. When we go to the school, we put them into categories. So maybe we have 30 of them into one group. Then that 30, we screen through the 30 and we select about 5 or 10 who are best spellers from that category. Then we move on to the next stage in that order. So as we move on, sadly, this year we have a school that is not even having a rep in the grand finale. So
wow.
sad. Yeah.
Wow.
The competition is coming too tough. So you really need to prepare very well before you can see it through.
And over the years, I mean, this has shaped up. If the level of interest is increasing, it's because you're doing something good. But I'd like to find out from you, what do you think have been the benefits to these spellers? Now we have over 3,000 of them in the system. What has been the benefit to them?
Yeah, so we like to find out from parents and the spellers and the schools themselves. So the feedback we get is most parents see that once the children, they enroll their children on the program, the children become very disciplined. They use their time well, then their level of confidence. The parents, that is what they always tell us, that the child has become so confident. And again, the child has become very studious. You always see them with their books. They want to get to know where's their meaning, their origin, and a whole lot. So the parents are really interested that, okay, this is making my child become very smart. And then they always want to have their children on board. Yeah.
So these are testimonies, basically,
yes,
from students themselves, the pupils, and then their parents, among others. Of course, to be able to do something like this, you need to build on your confidence. So yeah. I'm not surprised. But I'm curious, is it across all the regions, or is it just within the Greater Accra region? Ruth, can you let us know what's going on?
It's open to all people in the country. This year, we had some students registering from Damango in the Savannah region. So since we were unable to go to the Savannah region, what we did was that we allowed them to join the Ashanti regional contest. So they came around to Kumasi for the Ashanti regional contest. So it is open to all people in the various regions. We were able to go to Central region to have theirs. We couldn't go to Western region, so they also had to join the Central region contest. So we are looking at next year, if we are getting support and then a lot of them coming on board from the various regions, then it will mean we have to visit all the regions to have it done over there for them.
What is the support? You mentioned support. What has it been like? And what more? I'll give you the opportunity to talk about that. What more do you need in terms of support?
Okay, so for now, we have our sponsors who are supporting. We have Top Choco Flora Tissues, HD Plus, Dando Milk, Bigo Drinks, supporting us massively. But the other support I'm looking at is maybe coming from the government, so that maybe the ministry coming on board and then we can reach other regions. We get some students calling from Volta region and other places. We are looking at ministers from the various regions coming on board to say that, okay, I am taking charge for these people in my region, this constituency, the MP is supporting that. We can come and have it done here. Give us a budget. We are ready to foot the bill so that children in the various villages can also benefit. So it wouldn't be for only those in Accra and the few selected cities, but then all Ghanaian children can have access to such a good program.
That's a positive development. So we're reaching out to all, bodies out there, well-meaning Ghanaians as well. And of course, what if every member of parliament contributed something to the kitty so that within their constituencies, these can be held? That would be 275 of such, support, and that could take you far. But in terms of the grand finale, what can we expect?
Yeah, so the grand finale is happening on the 2nd
of December.
Yes, at GNAT Hall. Yes, that is where we are going to have it. And looking at the momentum the children have built so far, we are not expecting anything but the best. We are looking at they giving out their all so that we can have the best contest. I made mention of this because of looking at the contest and the preparation. What we are doing this time is we are going to have one winner within the basic 1 to 4 and one winner from basic 5 to 9. So we are not going to have co-champions. In case we are not able to do that at a particular point, what we will do is we will introduce the speed round. Yes. Okay. We'll introduce a speed round.
So that's going to be a novelty. It's a new thing.
Yes. A speed round to separate maybe two good spellers.
Tied entities.
Yes. So that is what we are. The speed round is what it entails. Each speller within the maybe 2 spellers, or 3, each speller will have 90 seconds to spell as many words as they can. And then afterwards, the judges will determine who spelled most words correctly, and he or she will be declared the winner.
I see. Interesting stuff. What are the prizes at stake on the 2nd of December? And are there prizes for the school and the individual, or how does it work?
Yes, so with Junior Speller, the prizes go to the individuals. So we are going to have cash prizes. Okay. And then our sponsors have been doing so well. Flora Tissues and Top Choco traveled with us to 50 schools across the country.
Wow.
Yeah, more than 50 schools across the country, and they've given gifts to more than 30,000 school children in the country. Dano Milk has been doing so well with a lot of gifts supporting us. Then we have HD Plus also coming on board with a lot of gifts, exercise books, a whole lot of T-shirts and a whole lot of stuff. Then we have Beagle Drinks from Twellium Industries. Then Twist Cupcake, breakfast and all that. So we are going to have a lot of goodies for these spellers as we've been doing throughout the year, and other prizes as well.
Now, you've acknowledged the sponsors, unless there's any that you've left out. But next year, you're going to do this again. What can we anticipate ahead of next year? What are some of the projections? Are there any new things you're planning to bring on board next year? As for this season, it's almost done. But what are the plans for next year, Ruth?
Next year, we are looking at a trip abroad for the winner.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nice.
Yes.
But
yes.
Wait, okay, abroad, yes, but how about, there's so much to explore here. But fine, that's fine. That's fine. A trip abroad.
Yes. The spellers are doing so well. The number of words they need to study, we feel they really need that exposure. After the long-term studies, we have this break for them. So we really appreciate any sponsor who would take up that, so that we can have that trip outside for the winner, God willing, next year.
Okay. Well, I am an enthusiast. I'm always passionate about spelling. I was sharing a little story with them only, about growing up and, being pitted against my own elder brothers, spelling here and there. And look how that ended. Your final words? I saw you wanted to say something before.
So this year, I think Top Choco and Flora Tissue will give some of the spellers the opportunity to visit their
facilities.
Yes, and have some chat with them. I think somewhere next year after the contest. Yes, okay. So there will be some internally. Then
exploration.
Next year, then we try to have. So I believe we are going to have people who are going to support this initiative for it to be possible, so that next year we can have some of them traveling outside.
All right. Great stuff. Thank you for joining the conversation, and we wish all those junior spellers the very best. Those who joined us in the studio, Victor Osei Nkansa, founder Born Heroes Foundation and producer of Junior Speller, as well as Ruth Ampiao, secretary, Born Heroes Foundation. Did I murder your name or did I get it right?
It's okay.
No, I want you to pronounce it
Ampiao.
Ampiao. Ampiao. Okay, there's something I have to say, but I'll say it after we go off air. They will join us for this conversation. That's how.